A few years ago, I was offered a gutsy and powerful role in a play that was very close to my heart. It was a two-hander on Broadway, but I was offered less than half what my male co-star was being paid. The decision to object to this and turn down this particular role was really difficult and lonely. I was forced to choose between making a concession on my self-worth and dignity and a role that I had fallen in love with. I was being pressured to accept a value of myself which I knew was wrong. And albeit with real difficulty, self-judgment, and even shame, I walked away from that part. And that changed something in me. It turned out to be a pivotal moment in my life, not because I took the part, but because I didn't. It was the first time in my professional life that I had said no on principle. And today, in the midst of this movement, I question what led me to feel ashamed when it was the industry that was acting wrongly. Earlier this year, I joined a powerful group of women in the entertainment industry and activists opening up against sexual harassment, discrimination, and abuse. One of the initiatives under the Time's Up movement was the creation of a legal defense fund spearheaded by fellow actor and activist Reese Witherspoon. And in less than 3 months of existence, the fund has raised more than $20 million to help women fight systemic inequality and injustice in the workplace, so that these women, farm workers, domestic workers, janitors, factory workers, no longer feel marginalized and forgotten, so that they have the resources, the support, and critically, the money to fight and protect themselves. This fund has already helped 1,500 of these courageous women to call men to account. And this is huge. This message is that sexual harassment can happen to anyone, even those who we think are untouchable because of their fame or celebrity status. Being treated unfairly cannot be an intrinsic part of being a woman. Women are not expected to supposed to endure injustices in silence because they have children to feed, mortgages to pay, or ambitions to fulfill. Women have the power to speak up. Yes, harassment and discrimination is systemic. In all paths of life, there are men who make calculated, unwanted sexual advances, HR departments that are unresponsive or untrusting, managers who look the other way, lawyers who trivialize these incidents, and who try to keep women silent. For too long, the cruel privilege of harassing a woman with impunity has been allowed to flourish. But by challenging a power imbalance that seemed intractable some months ago, the Time's Up movement has taught a lesson to our rampant patriarchal societies that the future will be equal.